It's a nice day out. Think it's time to go out and explore this world. Wait a minute. I hate this world. I'm just going to live in a JRPG world, I think. Alright, even get to create my own character. Gotta look kinda mean and evil here. As, intimidating, and we will be Treon. They'll put fear in people's hearts. Wait, I have to fight? I don't know how to fight. Ow! That hurt. Ouchie! Well, I'm dead. That sucks. Oh wait, no. I'm alive. Huh. Well, I think I love this world. I don't even have to win my battles, I still win my battles? Wow. I can die and just continue on. That's just awesome. Hey everyone, how's it going? Total Level here with another discussion video. So, yeah, I took a bit of a break here and all that. Sometimes just need those, right? So that was kind of nice. Just play a few games and everything. Just forget about videos for a bit, but yeah, we're back, and today's discussion video is just a fun little silly one and all that, just talking about if there was a JRPG world you could live in, what would it be and why. And yeah, this was kind of inspired by FemTrooper's video talking about why she loves JRPGs. I'll leave a link in the description down below for that video if you haven't seen it yet. It's very fun to watch, and you know, one of the things she talked about is just kind of the adventuring, right, of just visiting all these different worlds and all these towns and cities, right, and that's one of my favorite parts too. So made me think of, you know, what world in a JRPG would I love to live in, and I picked this because one, you know, I love JRPGs, right, so yeah, just wanted to talk about it, and two, you know, like, JRPGs have such great worlds and everything like that, and ranging from different, you know, kind of settings of, you know, kind of the real world, fantasy, western, sci-fi, whatever, right? And then three, yeah, just want to focus on one kind of area and all that, because this could be a subject I return to later on, because already thought, like, if I return to this, you know, I would probably do Nintendo next, of like, what Nintendo worlds would you want to live in, right? And yeah, plus, you know, with JRPGs, there's a lot different games turned into JRPGs, like Mario with Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi, right? So yeah. So with all that, I think right away I can cross a few things off, and the first thing is, yeah, worlds that basically take place in the real world I can cross off, because, you know, the fun part about this is visiting a world that, you know, is brand new, is kind of fictional, made up, right? So having stuff like, say, Persona, where, you know, you have Shibuya and everything with Persona 5, it's just like, well, you know, it's the real world just with, you know, supernatural events happening, right? And everything. I love the characters, I would love to meet the characters, but yeah, just, yeah, I think kind of those types of settings I can cross off. Same with anything that is a high school setting, because, or just school settings in general, because it's like, you know, high school, I hate it. But also, schoolwork, man, there's a lot of work to be done of, you know, all this homework and studying and all that. It's just like, what a pain, don't need to deal with that, right? Yeah, as Psyche from Disastrous Life of Psyche K would say, what a pain. But, yeah, I can kind of cross those off. I think I will also cross off any sort gothic type setting, because those are really fun to play those games in, you know, of you got your like Shadow Hearts and everything, but man, or yeah, Parasite Eve would kind of have a bit of that too, but it's just like, man, that would be a lot to deal with of, vampires and werewolves and everything like that. Like, just too many creatures you have to worry about, so yeah, don't need to deal with that. Now, if we're talking about just living in a world where you don't have to do a school setting, then that'd be okay, because I think about, stuff like the Trails games of, you have Cold Steel, you have the Sky ones, and then the Crossbell Arc, and everything like that, and that could be a fun world to live in Erebonia, and everything, but I also keep thinking, because, man, they do a lot of brainwashing there to just regular citizens and all that. Like, it could be fun to, with the Sky series being a bracer and all that, that could be fun, but, man, that'd be a lot to deal with. I would think of just so much conflict constantly going on, and you don't know who's going to take over your city at any point because of a power struggle and things like that. So yeah, got the whole Erebonia, Crossbell, that might just be a bit much to deal with. And then there's also the Tales of games, right, where they have fantastic worlds. Now, some of them I wouldn't live in, like Bazuria and Arise. There's a lot of death and everything that happens in those games, but I would love, Exilia is really cool. Like, I love all the characters there and everything like that. Rizamaxia. Just, great world. And Tales of Vesperia is one of my favorites too. I would love to live in that world also. That'd be a lot of fun. I don't think I would want to live in Tales of Graces. It's one of my favorite Tales games, but again, too much conflict, too much people, power struggle, all that sort of stuff again, so don't need that. But I think Exilia and Vesperia, those would be really cool ones to live in for the Tales games. But one world that, even as a kid, I always wanted this to be real, and this is probably my number one pick in general of a world I would love to live in for JRPGs, and that's just the world of Pokemon, right? Like, man, it would be so fun to, be able to have all these little creatures and all that, being able to just go wherever, fly wherever, which... wonder why so many people use, like, vehicles in Pokemon, or, like, planes for air travel and all that. What's the point of an airport when a Pokemon can fly you? But to each their own, I guess, But, just... I love the world of Pokemon, and man, I would just... You have to worry, though, about, like, again, if everyone lived in the world of Pokemon, like, what would that look like? Because have to think there'd be quite big criminal activity, I would think, But, so, hard to say, but if it's just me, myself, going, and everyone, behaved in Pokemon like they do in the Pokemon games, for the most part, then it's like, man, that would be a lot of fun to live in, I would think. And so that's definitely my number one. And then was thinking about Final Fantasy, and I'm like, I'm not sure I would want to live in too many Final Fantasy worlds, because it's like, I love Final Fantasy VII, but man, that's a depressing world to live in. Like, the only thing would be the Golden Saucer. If it was just Golden Saucer, that'd be great, but everything else is just like, man, so many people, like, die, and it's just, that's just too much to deal with. And then, Final Fantasy X's, like, my favorite Final Fantasy, and the world of Spira is a lot of fun, but, and I also love Blitzball. I'm one of the few people who love that mini game and everything, but... Final Fantasy X, though, it's like, would I live in the world where sin is still present or whatever? Because if that's the case, then that might not be a great world to live in, because, you would have to constantly worry about being just randomly attacked by sin at any point, and it's just like, Luca might be one of the only safe places, but I imagine Luca then would be very expensive to live in, so I'm not sure. you, you know, there's a lot of thought to go into this, I think. But, you know, and then I kept thinking, it's like, Final Fantasy IX, that would be a fun world to live in, I think. And what's funny is Final Fantasy IX shares the same world name as Final Fantasy VII, like, I believe both of them are called Gaia, so would one live in Final Fantasy IX Gaia, not 7, but yeah, I think 9 would be a lot of fun. 8, I would just like for the card game. Again, if I would have to be a seed, probably not, because, again, schoolwork, don't need that. But yeah, and then thinking about Dragon Quest, and it's like, man, Dragon Quest 8 and 11 would be a lot of fun, because, yeah, like, 8's just, you know, what fun world to be a part of, you know, and I believe that one's called the World of Light, I think. I can't quite remember Dragon Quest 8, like the world name, and then 11 is Erdrea or whatever, and yeah, that would be a lot of fun, especially if you get to hang out with Sylvando. Like, man, that would just be a party on its own, right? So yeah, both of those would be a lot of fun to live in, and then I also think another one of my favorite games is Skies of Arcadia, and yeah, you know, that would be a lot of fun to be an air pirate and everything like that, but the only issue with that is because I do have motion sickness, so, you know, it's like, would that make me, you know, hopefully, you know, that wouldn't make me too motion sick, but you never know. And then I kept thinking of Star Ocean, and it was kind of the same thing. It's like, man, it'd be great to be in these worlds, but man, that would be a lot of space travel, right? And warp speed, and it's like, man, motion sickness, like, I hope I could handle it, because if not, then I would have to just pick some planet on Star Ocean to live in and be like that, not actually be captain or anything, not be part of star crew or anything like that. But yeah, there's so many great JRPG worlds to live in. You know, you have Wild Arms if you want more of a Western type setting for you to live in, right? And yeah, it's just there's so many amazing ones and everything, like. But yeah, if I had to pick, again, number 1 would probably be Pokemon. And that, you know. Then number 2, I think Final Fantasy IX, that would be a lot of fun to live in. That world, I think. And number 3, man, that'd be hard, because, again, if I didn't have to deal with motion sickness, and probably Skies of Arcadia. I love Arcadia as, like, the world is just a lot of fun. And then, yeah, probably after just Dragon Quest 8 and 11 are kind of tied. I love both of those worlds, but yeah, I think I'll end it there. So yeah, let me know what you all think. What JRPG worlds would you love to live in yourself? And if you love this sort of topic, I would love to continue talking about this. Like I said, talking about Nintendo worlds and other things like that, right? So yeah, just fun little silly kind of, you know, discussion video, you know, nothing super serious or anything like that. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more discussion videos and other videos I do on my channel here. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, or if you just want to see any of my skits and then nothing else and leave the video, that's fine too. Thanks everyone, take care.